Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a buffed heavy bolt rifle build for the tactical class in patch 11.0 Space Marine 2. Now in patch 11.0, they did buff up the base damage of the heavy bolt rifle. Now unfortunately, the scoped variant did not receive the buff due to like a coding error or whatever. So currently, the firepower variant, the ammo reserve option, and the accuracy option all actually outdamage this one's headshots, despite it having a 0.1 times increased headshot multiplier over these. Pretty funny that's the way it is, but for now I would probably just avoid using this one just because of that. And for the perk tree here, I would just build down headshot perks with things like the Headhunter perk, moving here to Adamant Hunter. When your health is below 30%, headshots deal 25% more damage. This perk is very strong, but I will say on the tactical, having this perk active does leave you in like one-shot territory, but there are occasions where like you'll have this perk active, you'll trigger your rapid health to get that 10% HP back on 7 kills in rapid succession, and you won't be like having this one active for too long, so like it's not super dangerous, but while it is active, you gotta be careful, though the damage buff is enormous. Next perk here is Fast Reload, moving here into the perk Able Reload. Then I pick up the Headhunter perk once again, moving here to Tactical Precision. Headshots deal 20% more damage, non-headshot damage it decreases by 10%. You know, headshot damage is still in patch 11.0 the most important stat for anything regarding like your bolt weapons, and even though the headshot multiplier is lower on this, like we mentioned before in the headshot multiplier version with the scoped variant, because of that bug, this is still like the highest headshot damage rate in the game on the heavy bolt rifle outside of the firepower variant. Now, down here, we do pick up Great Might, moving here into increased capacity for a 20% increase in our ammo reserves. The reason I take this perk is because I am not taking Emperor's Vengeance this time, because I will be choosing the ammo variant of the heavy bolt rifle, because first of all, having a 60 round magazine is actually really useful, just non-stop fire this thing, on top of the fact that this thing is so damn ammo efficient on its own that you really don't need to have Emperor's Vengeance at all on it, which is pretty nice, which is why I like picking it up, and picking up this perk makes it so we pretty much never need an ammo cache between like checkpoints. Next perk here is Recruitment. Killing a Majora's level or higher enemy with a headshot. This weapon restores an armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. This perk is incredible and every single bolt weapon is on. Getting armor back at range is actually super valuable in this game. Really great option, and really the way you should look at any damage, or excuse me, any armor restore in Space Marine 2 is that it is free damage reduction, and free damage reduction is always nice. Next perk here is Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in a rapid session restores health by 10%. This is some of the only healing the tactical can get whatsoever, so really good for us. Now, you can actually heal up above 30% HP with this, just because of the way the perk works here with a 10% HP restore, which is pretty nice. And honestly, having any type of HP regen in this game is pretty top, and this one is pretty easy to trigger because this weapon has basically no problem killing multiple spore mines, Minoris for things like Hormagaunts and Cultists, so really easy to trigger. And the final two perks I grab are Perpetual Penetration, moving here into the perk Divine Might for a 10% damage increase. That's pretty much all there is for the heavy bolt rifle. Now I will say, if you want to pick up the firepower variant, you definitely can. This one is per shot in the head the most damaging option, but if you do take this one, I would take Emperor's Vengeance because you will probably run out in this variant as opposed to the ammo reserve option. Now for the secondary, I do take the brand new Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol Retribution's Bequest. This one did get buffed in patch 11.0 from the PTS and now has the highest gun strike damage in the entire game. On top of the fact that its heroic perk effect here, No Help Is Coming, will now one-shot guys you shoot in the head who are calling reinforcements. This is actually pretty useful. Reinforcements aren't like super problematic in this game, but being able to just remove them entirely is just super nice to have. And honestly, this weapon feels pretty good on range classes because you don't really suffer from the terrible ammo reserves of this thing because you have a gigantic ammo pool in your primary. Now, for the perk tree setup on this, I do just go down the top tree, or excuse me, I should say I go down the bottom tree first, and damage increases by 10% with Divine Might. Moving here into Perpetual Penetration, pick up increased capacity, go into Extended Magazine, take Death Strike here, then we pick up Great Might, moving down to Discipline. When you have low ammo, you deal 25% more damage. Then we grab the perk Strong Finish, moving into Headhunter, picking up Gunstrike Reload, and finally finishing with Tactical Precision. That's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now, for our primary melee weapon, I do take the new Chainsword Sanguinary Guard skin. I kind of just felt like this was a mandatory pick this time around because like this is the big new champion pack of patch 11.0, and I'm rocking a Blood Angels Captain look anyways, so kind of a no-brainer. And the variant I've chosen is a Blockchain Sword, and we pretty much pick up the same perk tree on this every time, which is Perpetual Strength into Swift Recovery, moving here into Perpetual Strength, and then we pick up Reverberating Impact for 50% more stomp area effect, and then we grab Combined Onslaught, Heavy Onslaught, Full Throttle for the combo skip, and the final two perks are Minor's Slayer and Extremis Slayer, and that's all there is for the melee weapon. Now for the perk tree, I am building completely into my heavy bolt rifle here, so I'm taking balanced distribution. Your primary weapon deals 10% more damage, but your secondary weapon deals 10% less damage. This perk is really nice to have. It definitely boosts up your heavy bolt rifle a lot. Now, usually losing damage on your secondary does kind of suck, but the heavy bolt pistol will one-shot guys that are calling reinforcement regardless of the heroic version, so it doesn't really lose anything from that, and the damage of that one is still pretty high, even with like this 10% reduction. Next perk here is Heightened Vigor. After your perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you deal 10% more melee and gun strike damage, don't lose control from heavy hits, and can't be knocked back for 10 seconds. Having no knockback in this game is top tier, and getting 10% more melee and gun strike damage on top of that is even better. Really nice perk to have, and definitely the best in this column. And the next perk here is Steady Aim. Weapon spread and recoil are reduced by 20%, and range damage against terminus level enemies is increased by 15%. You can either take this one or Emperor's Judgment. Both of these are pretty good, and if you really want to take Emperor's Vengeance, just make sure you never run out of ammo, even on the ammo variant. You definitely can, but to be honest, I just picked up this one because this one allows you to nuke down Neurothropes pretty easily, especially if you have ammunition in your magazine, and it's just nice to have in general for that weapon spread and recoil reduction. Next perk here is Aligned Aim. Range damage increases by 15% for all of your squad members. This one is definitely worse than the perk up here, Secure Stockpile, which is a 60-second melt-a-bomb for your whole team. But that really doesn't matter too much to me on this one because I'm just trying to build fully into my heavy bolt rifle, like I said before. This also kind of circumvents the 10% reduction in our secondary weapon here, so pretty nice to have. And just getting more damage on your gun feels really good in Space Marine 2, so I just like this perk a lot, even if this one is definitely a better perk overall. Next perk here is Vital Data. Scanning an extremist or terminus level enemy restores your Auspex scan charge by 50%. This just gives you more Auspexes versus the enemies you want them against the most, which are Extremis and Terminus, so really good here. And the next two perks I grab are Precise Calibration and Concentrated Fire, because these two perks put together make your Auspex damage bonus absolutely ridiculous. You will positively nuke down bosses by yourself. If you're in a team that's like coordinated, they just vanish from reality. It's pretty funny, though I will say if you want to take Battle Focus instead, you definitely could, but to be honest, Precise Calibration is my preferred currently. Now, the perk here, Signature Impact. The signature perk here, Radiating Impact, a melee finisher, additionally deals significant area effect damage in a 10-meter radius. Cooldown is 90 seconds. This perk is God tier. This one will overperform all the time. If you're fighting the new Tyranid Prime bosses, you can actually put them both into execute simultaneously and skip over like the final phase entirely. It's pretty funny. That actually happened to me in the gameplay I'll show here, but honestly, Radiating Impact, when this thing triggers, it will wipe out Majoris, wipe out Extremis, do significant boss damage, kill everything around you. Every single time it goes off, it almost always does something substantial, so a really good option here, and definitely better than Signal Jammer and Marked for Death. Now, for the prestige perks here, I do take a QED into Skilled Supplier, Resilience, and Fortitude. This one is just free headshot damage. This one is just a free ammo reserve increase. This one gives you a better Stim HP restore, which is nice to have, and Fortitude is like the only tank perk on this class entirely. So really nice to have on top of all of this. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The heavy bolt rifle is pretty good in this patch. I would not say it is top tier, but it's definitely a good gun. It feels way better. The time to kill is much nicer, and hopefully this build guide helped you. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Here's some gameplay of the new map with the Tyranid Primes, and that is all from me.
This lictor stalks the battlefield. No high beast here. Commencing Auspex scan. Disgusting tyranny scum. Swapping magazine.
I gotta run different elevation here, or we'd be cooked. Can I get through here?
Xenos Psych are outmatched by Codex tactics. You are fertilizer now, Xenos. Rearming. Emperor sees what you said. Flagged objective. Xenos firefall. Another Xenos bioform eliminated.
Okay. How much is my heavy bolt pistol going to do to this guy, I wonder?
Prospects deep scan ready. Changing magazine. Magazine empty. Setting thermal charge. I will break you.
Absolutely unfortunate. Right in my grab there.
Unhand me. A moment, brothers. Fresh magazine in.
I'll be right my bash where I was locked. Right. I'm gonna wait for my Auspex and we can probably kill him.
Subterranean Xenos below us.
I knew it was kind of a mistake to, like, what I should have done is take my ammo back before. Oh my god, there's an entire pack here. Okay.
All specs primed.
Hello. No ammo. I shouldn't have left that area with half ammo. I knew it'd be foolish. Now we're in the pits.
Pathetic tyranny.
This is where Emperor's Vengeance would be better. But if you're in a team, it shouldn't matter too much. God, we got pushed so far back. Look at this.
You are fertilizer now, Xenos.
This Ravener can't make up its mind.
Stay dead, Ravener.
Oh my god, this is where we came from. Hold on. Neurothrop has no idea what to do. I'm gonna get in here. I think it's too fat.
Score my army. Exterminate.
Right, where are you? Where's your giant fat head? Alright, those guys are bugged over there, I guess.
Activating all specs advanced.
Definitely true. Alright, let's grab the Sanctified Wrath Reliquary. Well, as long as you get the first thing there, we had the big fat horde and then no enemies past the Neurothrop. I guess we did have a fucking massive cooldown on the wave after that.
That reactor must be destroyed. Honor our brothers. Honor our chapter.
Tyranid scum. Fresh magazine in.
That's that time.
Aerial assault incoming. All specs ready to scan. Location Hive Beast here. Changing magazine. All specs engaged.
Alright, he's dead after that, I guess.
The beast has the high ground.
It is coming right at us.
Beware its grasp.
All specs prime. Aerial assault incoming. Swapping magazine. Enhanced vision incoming. Defense is up, brothers.
Right. Supposed to be back with that, eh?
Rearming. Mark this position. Suspect deep scan ready.
It lashes out. Prime down. What discipline is crimes in death.
They struck down our brothers, but Second Company prevailed.
No.
I guess you can just 2v1 them, huh? I guess if you get a rating impact on them, you can instant kill them with both at the same time. That's funny. Don't even have to deal with the second one.
The gyroscopic containment shielding prevents catastrophic plasma dispersal.
That's funny.
Plasma
Didn't know you could do
cores are
that.
now exposed. Caution advised. Reactor critical to Lhasa. Disengage.
Do not stumble.
Talassa, we're tracking your signatures. Octavio and Heraton Leader are already on board. Our brothers prevailed.
Yeah, that's the devastation. That's for the devastation of Ball and such. You know, I always say that radiating impact overperforms. That's why.
Detonation is now a mathematical certainty.
I'll mention that in the build guide probably, that you can actually instantly kill them simultaneously with that.
Reactor meltdown imminent. Hurry! The cruiser has begun breaking apart. We will wait as long as we can.
Daka, daka, daka.
Push forward now!
Make haste, pilot.
Brace for turbulence. If not for your valor, Talassa, this operation would have ended in a major loss for the Imperium. Many of us died in service of the Emperor this day, Captain. This hard-fought victory cost us dearly indeed. The wrath
Alright,
of
see,
Esper
speaking of this map, I feel like Sabers took
shall
a look at the Pillar of
all
Autumn for Halo 1 and copied that. No Warhog Run, unfortunately. I mean, not a bad map to copy. There we go. Do you think that last community event reward will be in the shop next patch? Probably. Maybe. Probably like probably next patch. Probably like a Tech Marine patch it will be. That's the buffed up heavy bolt rifle. I think it's pretty damn good. Unfortunately, not for the scoped variant for whatever reason, but what are you gonna do?